Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel, and today we're doing a review of the LEGO Ninjago magazine issue 137. This month's issue is actually quite exciting because you get two gifts with the magazine. You get one minifigure gift and one trading card, which I wasn't actually expecting until I literally looked at this magazine. It's like a large trading card of Dragon Season 4 Cole. Of course, our main gift is Car, who is really exciting to get actually in this magazine because, like Frack 2 issues ago, she only comes in one set, and that is the Lloyd's Transforming Jet Mech, and that is quite frankly an expensive set as well. So the fact that you can get her only for a very low price of £5.50 in the UK is just fantastic, and it helps out so many Ninjago fans around the UK, just like me. So good on you, LEGO. After this, I actually only have one Forbidden 5 member left remaining to get, and that is Rocks. But as always, let's just get the stuff out of the tape first. This might be a bit more tricky than usual because this comes with a trading card, and the trading card's got this like foil effect on the outside, I don't know if you can see, and I don't really want to damage it because it's a nice card, and I just hate when they tape it. I remember when Ninjago magazines used to come in like plastic bags or paper bags, poly bag, like the whole magazine would come in like an outer bag, and that just helped so much. And they would give you cards in those kind of packaging, but now they just have to tape the cards, and that just really annoying. But I'm going to try my best here to not damage the card. Alright, I think I got the card out. Let's check. There we go. So there's the card. I hope I didn't damage any of it. It looks like it didn't, but that is actually still like marks, if you can see in the lighting, where the tape was, so I can't really do anything about that. But there's the card, really nice. Now we have the poly bag left to remove, and that's a lot easier than the card. Alright, there we go. There you can actually see the magazine without all the stuff in the way. You can actually see it's laying in the cover of this issue, so that's pretty cool. So I think what we'll do is take a look at the minifigure first as always, because that's what we usually do, and then after that we'll take a look at the trading card in more detail. There's actually a lot less pieces than I was expecting. I actually for some reason thought there would be much more pieces due to that like weapon size, but maybe it was just the picture that made it look bigger than it really was. But yeah, so building this up, actually I can see the torso and legs are really detailed. Actually I like that quite a lot. Like the car is the master of, I think, is it Decay? I can't remember. I think it is Decay. So yeah, it's quite cool seeing this detail in the actual minifigure. That head printing, man, that is cool. It looks like a genuine like mummy headpiece. And then she uses the same hat, I believe, as Rocks, so it's just that brown hat, which was introduced in the Ninjago movie, I believe, but in a different colour. There is the weapon, which is like a stick with a sword attached onto the side of it. That is really cool. And there you go, there's Car, all built up. Really cool minifigure. So taking a look at Car in more detail, we'll remove her weapon quickly so you can see her actual like figure, torso and legs. You can see, yeah, she's quite brown heavy. Like a lot of her figure colour scheme is just mainly brown or light brown. But I suppose that goes well with her like overall elemental master kind of theme, I suppose, with Decay as that main theme. The brown hat's really nice actually, I quite like that. It's like the big Ninjago movie hat, but coloured in brown. I would have assumed she was double-sided, but no, she's just one-sided. It's like there's her face, which is really nice actually. It's like a proper like gruesome like Lego mummy look, and back's got some nice detailing as well. I like her shoulder piece as well, it's quite nice. I believe it's the first time it's been used for a main major Ninjago villain. I could be wrong, do correct me on that. The torso and legs are really nice as well. I do like how one arm's just brown and the one arm's just like decaying. It's showing her like skin. And then the torso and legs are really nice as well. Look at that, that is pretty cool. I'll show you the back right there's the back. And here's a closer look at the weapon in more detail. Like there is the pieces as well up close, you can see. And then there's just like a katana with a stud piece and a clip attached onto this hilt piece. Yeah, but there's Car. And actually, before I move on, let's quickly compare her to the other Forbidden 5 members I have. So we have Drex, Nox, Zart, and Car. There we go. And now let's take a look at this trading card up close in more detail. So it's just a random large trading card, and it's just, yeah, it's just Dragon Season 4 Cole. It's a bit random actually. I don't know why this is here, but I'm not complaining. It's a free trading card. It's really cool actually. I used to collect the Ninjago trading cards, specifically the second series and third series. That was when they were, I would say, at its most popular and peak in the UK. I actually managed to finish Series 2 of the trading cards. I didn't manage to finish Series 3. But yeah, I'm actually quite interested. Is this back back in the UK now? Are they bringing back the Ninjago trading cards? Because I know they stopped doing them in the UK, but then they continue to do them in Germany. Now they're on like Series 11 this year. So if they're bringing back in the UK, that is really interesting actually. Really nice special card. It's like all glittery and stuff like that. It's got the nice effects, and it's got coal on the obviously front, and then different things. So 55, 64, 111, and 71. If I do remember correctly, let me just get an old card to compare what these all are, because they used to say like what these were, but then now they've removed it for some reason, which is quite annoying. Okay, so I've got my old binder here. I'm gonna quickly read off these and base it off this. So alright, okay, so power. So Cole has 55 power. He's got 64 defense. So speed is the strongest here. So speed he's at 111. That's really good actually. And then his attack is 71. That's pretty cool actually. That's really interesting. So I'll give you a proper video on this one day if you want to see this on the channel. But yeah, there's like tons of cards. There's so many. As I said, definitely wasn't expecting this as a gift in the latest issue of Ninjago magazine. But yeah, it's quite cool to get another trading card, I guess. And it does bring back the memories of the old days. But now let's take a look at the actual magazine itself, because that's the main thing, I suppose. At the top we get, wow, Lego toy minifigure car with katana, and a wee thing here at the top right corner saying inside missions, puzzles and games. We now see that the Dragon's Rising symbol, or like the logo, has now been finally changed to Season 4. So finally into Season 4, that's good. And yeah, as you can see, it's got Season 4 Zane on it, so that kind of makes sense. That kind of, I guess, makes it official now that we're into Season 4 now, not Season 3. But yeah, get car again, Lego toy, member of the Forbidden 5, huge katana scythe. That's what it's called, okay, it's a huge katana scythe. Elemental missions, epic comic adventure, carrot salad, so healthy. Okay. And then the main tagline, as I like to call these things if you know by now, is Sorcery Surprise. Can the ninja master their magic for this issue? So that's quite interesting. But opening up inside, we get an advertisement for Lego City magazine, the worst Lego magazine. There's the contents page. We get Cole there, very nice stuff. Minifigure page, or about the toy page, so we get all the things about car info and stuff like that. You can see Car's a ghost. Oh yeah, how she kind of decays Robbie. I've not actually seen Season 3, so here is the games and stuff. So you get Leafy Monastery, and Train Anywhere. Yeah, they really are emphasizing the new season in this issue, because we're getting all the new monsters, like the acid monster and whatever this thing is. Get a new Aaron suit as well, and the new Lloyd suit, and Sora and Ryu. This one's called Train Anywhere. And then there's two more, so we have Come Home and the Puppet Master's Master. Oh, this is cool. Actually, this is actually quite interesting. You can actually like kind of design and have a idea or have a think of what Raz's master looks like. You can actually draw what you think he looks like, so that's quite cool actually. And then it gives you some bits to write about. So who is Raz's master? What is his final goal? What are the next steps for Raz? That's actually really cool. Yeah, that's cool. Wasn't expecting that. And then here's the comic. So it's called Silly Sorcery, and it seems to centre on Kai this issue. Just Kai it actually looks like, but yeah. As always, you can pause and have a read of this if you want. Yeah, it looks like Kai's just having like a wee wander around the forest that he's bumping into things. That's pretty cool. And there's the mid-comic break, so we get another wee game there, Cyrus Porg. And then the poster, so there's the first half of the Lloyd one. Waking the Dragon Within You, you get Lloyd there in his new suit. It's pretty cool. The other side is, a really cool one of Zane and Cole for the 50th anniversary. That's really cool actually, look at that. Ghost Hunter suits there, and then a couple of their classic suits there, NRG, ZX and Pilot suits. That's really cool actually, I really like that. It's a nice like tribute to Zane and Cole. And then there's the other side, or other half of the Lloyd one. You can see it's his lower body there, torso and legs. Here's two more games, Dance Off and Zane Day 2.0. And we go back to the comic, so yep, Kai's still in the forest or something, and he's jumping on mushrooms, it looks like. Yeah, I don't know, that's quite funny. And he bumps into a big bug. Yeah, this comic, this is just all about Kai, like, on an adventure. That is pretty funny. I love that actually. And now at the end. So yeah, pretty funny comic actually, quite fun. That I've not even read it properly, but I'm sure I'll come back to it at some point. That's quite funny. Hey, I get some nice things to do. The next page is the, oh, this is actually quite cool. So this is the 15th anniversary sort of page that comes in pretty much the most recent magazines that have been featured, at least in the most recent magazines. So the last one had a page full on dragons. If you've seen my last magazine review, this time for this issue it's mechs. So yeah, part 1 was dragons, now it's part 2 mechs. That's really cool. And you get a look at all the different mechs over the years. So we get, starting over here, I'm assuming it's 2015 with Possession, season 5. We get the Mech Einstein. That's quite cool actually. Like, it's a set that comes with a Zane mech and a Ghost mech, so that's pretty cool. And it's quite a cool mech actually. I quite like the design. It's a 4-up mech, so that's even cooler. And I like the Ghost colour scheme. That worked really well actually with it as well. And then, being like a Ninjago nerd, I want to go in order. So season 1, Rise of the Snakes, that'd be the first one. 2012, the first time I expect. Really iconic set there. Can't go wrong with that. And then it would be the Ghost mech. Yeah. And then after that would be this one, Ronin's Salvage mech from Day of the Departed, 2016. I always remember seeing that set in like shelves, but I never really liked it. I don't know what it was, it just felt really ugly to me, but looking back I can understand the concept. After that I think it is Sons of Garmadon, so we got up to 2018 and we have Picto Samurai X mech. That is a nice set. It was like it was Killo's bike and that mech and that whole set, pretty cool. And after that I think it's actually 2020, we go to Legacy with Lloyd's Golden mech. Not a bad set looking back at it now actually, just really forgettable actually if I'm being honest. And after that it's 2022, season 16. Yes, I do consider Crystallize as season 16 because the Island, I think, is a season. Is the Last Samurai X mech, which is actually quite a cool set. I actually really wanted that set as well, but I think I blew all my budget on the Golden Ultra Dragon and the Crystal King's Temple, so I didn't have enough for that sadly, but it was a really good set actually, and it came with some really nice minifigures as well. On to Dragon's Rising in 2023 with season 1, and we have Beatrix Ultra mech, which came in that like elemental dragon versus the Empress mech sort of thing. Yeah, this is a pretty mid-looking mech in my opinion. It's not great, but yeah. And we have Dragon's Rising season 2 in 2024. We have Kai's Ninja Climber mech, which I actually have that set myself. It's actually quite a fun set. And then we move on to our, actually, sorry, I missed this one. Season 2 as well, Dragon's Rising, we have the Elemental mechs, so we get Kai, Sora and Cole's. I've got Cole and Kai's, I'm missing Sora's. They're quite fun mechs actually, quite cheap as well. And then the last one, and the most recent one here in this page, is Zane's Combiner mech, which was released last year in January I want to say, and yeah, it's part of Dragon's Rising season 3. It's a fun mech, but it just doesn't really appeal to me in any sort of way, so yeah, but there you go. So yeah, really cool page overall in general. I like how they actually decided to include this with each issue. So far we've got dragons and mechs. What's next in the next issue? It could be temples or cars. Actually here's some more actually. Oh, it's a Clash of the Titan mechs. Yeah, we've got Lloyd's Titan mech, Satan's Legs Titan mech, Jay's Titan mech from, no, that's completely wrong, it's not Dragon season 1, it was from Core, which was quite forgettable now I think about it. Like, I don't think I remember anything from Core. And then here is Cole's Titan Dragon mech from Dragon's Rising season, I want to say 2, it says 3, I think it's 2. Yeah, that's wrong as well, season 2, not season 3. That confused me. And then here is the last sort of game in this issue, which is Total Training. And then we get an advertisement for next month's issue, which is season 4 Dragon G. I'm actually quite surprised about that. Hopefully, if they do finally, or at least decide to put some ninja in the magazine, which it looks like they will, because we get in J in the next issue, it'll be great for me, because then I can get some of the Dragon Ninja from the latest season without having to buy any sets. It's great. Well, honestly, that's actually quite a good figure to get in the next issue in my opinion, not only because I don't have it, but it's also coinciding with the actual season, so now they're actually deciding to release figures that are the same season as the magazine's theme, so that's pretty good. Definitely be buying that now. And this is like a paper cut bounty thing, so you just cut it out and then you can make a bounty somehow. But overall, there we go, that's issue 137 of LEGO Ninjago magazine. Overall, a really solid issue, of course, coming with 2 guests. We get a card and the LEGO Ninjago trading card of Cole. I do generally think the magazine this time around is really fun and great to read. I mean, sure, the comic might be a bit kiddie and strange, but the amount of information and care put into it just really makes up for it. Like, We get a 15th anniversary tribute poster to Zane & Co. That is something for the real Ninjago fans. And of course we get the really enjoyable pages of the Ninjago mechs over the years. That is great to read about as well. Overall, I do highly recommend you guys pick up this month's issue, just solely, primarily because that car minifigure, it's just so cool to get, and getting any member of Spin 5 in minifigure form is always cool for me, so it's a no-brainer. But anyways guys, thank you for watching this review. If you did enjoy, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe if you want to. Stay tuned for the next LEGO Ninjago magazine review, which will be issue 138. But that is the best video. Until the next one, bye bye.